I've struggled with confidence my whole life. Honestly, I still do. But over time, some key experiences, especially through my faith, have completely shifted how I see myself and my future. If you've ever felt not good enough, anxious about the future, what's coming next, not confident, you are not alone. This video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about my confidence growing up as a kid, and then also 3 steps that really transformed and changed my confidence as I got older. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Confidence never came easy for me. As a kid playing basketball and football, I was always one of the smallest kids, and this did occasionally mess with my head, and I did lose some confidence from this. I started to believe that my size held me back, but in reality, I was just making it an excuse when I should have used it as motivation. I remember literally as a kid, I would get sick to my stomach before games. I'm sure some of you have felt that before, some of you anxious people out there, but I would literally get sick to my stomach to the point where I would tell my dad, who was my coach when I was a little kid, that I didn't want to start games, even though I was one of the best kids on the team. I didn't want to start because I was sick to my stomach. That anxiety never really went away growing up, and if I could go back rather than stuffing those feelings down, I would have tried better to face them head on. Because of those early experiences, I started to not only doubt my athletic ability, but also my future. Things such as, how am I gonna make it through a church mission, through going to college, through dating, getting married, starting a career? How am I gonna do all of these things? It was really stressful. And what I did is, once again, I stuffed them down and I didn't want to think about it. And it made me feel anxious thinking about how I was going to accomplish things in the future. How was I going to become confident? Now, if you've ever felt this way, either fearful, overwhelmed, stuck, these are all normal feelings that we have as human beings. You're not alone. And this is why I'm doing this video. I dealt with these things as a kid, but things did change. And I'm going to talk about those 3 steps that did help me change. Okay, so the first step that I really took that helped build my confidence was trusting in God and His plan for me. Right after high school, I went on a church mission, and you literally don't have TV, you don't have music, you're not able to hang out with friends. You're fully serving the Lord 24/7, and it's basically a 2-year deal that you're doing this. And so it was basically me and the Lord. I had to figure out how to deal and cope with things, just me and the Lord. Now, for most of us, you're not gonna go on a mission and you're not gonna be forced to kind of rely on God. So you have to kind of figure this out for yourself. But for me, I was forced. I didn't have any distractions that held me back. And so over time, as I learned to fully rely on God, I realized that there is great power in that. But this was my foundation. This was my foundation with confidence. I started to realize that the only opinion I should be worried about is God and Jesus Christ. Those are the opinions I should be worrying about. And not that, occasionally I still do think about what other people are thinking. We all do at times. But it helped me to realize that their opinion was more important than anybody's, and that my confidence is rooted in them. So pray, find a church community, surround yourself with great people. The Lord will give you strength and confidence that no one else can, and also that nothing else can. Okay, the second thing is doing hard and uncomfortable things. After my church mission, I went to college and I made a decision that I was going to strive to add as much value and marketability to myself as possible so that I could set myself up well for the future. And this consisted of doing lots of hard things, lots of challenging things, things that pushed me. I started reaching out to people on LinkedIn to do informational interviews to start to build that network. I started taking communication and public speaking classes, which I am very uncomfortable with. I still get nervous and anxious about public speaking, but I literally took a public speaking class on purpose because I knew it would be uncomfortable for me, and to just help myself get better at it, because I know I can get better. And gradually, as I pushed myself with that sort of thing, I did see myself get better, and it is easier now. I don't struggle with it as much as I used to, because I put myself in situations that put a little bit of pressure on, and it helped me be better in the long run. And it has really made a difference. And like I said in past videos, I joined societies and clubs to strengthen my organization skills and leadership skills. I tried to jump into leadership really quickly so that I can network with people. Once again, networking is huge. But as I started to do these hard, uncomfortable things, my confidence was growing because I was starting to realize, hey, I can do hard things. And you start to tell yourself, oh, I was able to do this. Why can't I not do this? And then you do that thing. And then once you do that thing, you're like, oh, well, why can't I do this? And I started to realize, wow, I have so much potential. And I looked all around me and I saw people doing things where I'm like, why aren't they doing this? Or why aren't they doing this? And it's because a lot of people don't believe in themselves. So kind of the summary here is do hard things on purpose. Do things that make you uncomfortable. This is what's really gonna help challenge you and help you grow. Okay, number 3 is believing that I actually could. One of the biggest things for me was learning to believe that I actually could do hard things. I could do what I set my mind to. Most people doubt themselves before they even try. They think, I'm not good enough to get that job. I'm not good enough to get that title. I'm not confident enough to talk to that person. What if I fail? I have personally felt all of those things, but when you feed your mind with positivity, everything changed, and that's where that belief comes from. If we're gonna go back a little bit, it starts with that foundation in God and Jesus Christ. Doing hard things, and then you start to build a belief. You feed your mind with positivity. One thing that I strongly believe in is that we all have divine potential. Life is way too short to have all this self-doubt that you can't do this or you can't do that. We should be dreaming and dreaming big because we have so much potential. Some things that I feel like helped me believe, as simple as they are, is going on walks with loved ones, smiling more, maybe journaling, praying more often. And as you continue to do hard things, you will believe more. But you gotta have this belief. You gotta have something instilled in yourself where this is rooted from. So here's the recap. First step, fully rely and trust in God. This is your foundation. Second step, you've gotta push yourself to do hard things. This is where you're really gonna grow. Third step, you've gotta believe in yourself, and this is where you really unlock that potential to become the best version of yourself. You do not need to have it all figured out. I obviously still do not have it all figured out, but I have come a long way, and I've recognized that, and I've seen what these steps can do for me, and I know they can do the same for you. Well, everyone, thanks for coming in and watching this video today. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated with you. I hope this can help you in your confidence journey, whether it be in life or in your career. Please do me a solid, like and subscribe if you would like to hear more content like this. We'll see you guys later.